Hello, this is Zach. I'm gonna go over my. Don't look at me. I'm gonna go over my Burning Vengeance stack. So I'm just gonna break it down for you guys and explain it. Um. Okay, so I got 6 islands, 6 mountains, 2 swamps, and 2 forests. Now the reason I have the 2 forests in the deck is because I don't have the money for Hinterland Harbors right now. And also, I would cut the mountains down a little bit if I had the money for Sulphur Falls, but again, I don't have the money for that either. I'm just going to break through and explain it all in this order. I'll start with the dual lands, though. These are the dual lands I do actually have for the deck right now. It does need 4 Sulphur Falls and probably 2 to 3 Hinterland Harbors. That way you can play some of the cards out of the sideboard. Well, they're flashback costs anyways. So this is the Burning Vengeance deck. It's pretty fun. The combos off and it's fairly good. I have 3 Ponders. These are really an open slot. I just have the Ponders in here because I like them and I think they're really helpful for the deck. A lot of the times they can just help you find what you want. And with playing 3 Ponders, I can actually afford to play 1 less land and only play 24 total in the deck. Okay, so this next column here is your main flashback cards. Most of them are draw cards. So, your 2 Desperate Ravings, 4 Think Twice, and 4 Forbidden Alchemy. The reason I only am playing 2 Desperate Ravings is because a lot of the times the card's bad. You don't want to play the card because your hand's just too good and you don't want to risk discarding something that could be very helpful. That's why I'm only playing 2. It could be right to play 3, but I like 2. Think Twice is just a lot better than Desperate Ravings, and Forbidden Alchemy is possibly it's my favorite card from Innistrad. I think it's the best draw spell in this deck. Geist Flame is another one of the flashback cards. It's one of the ways you're going to be winning because it's so cheap to flashback. You probably don't need 3, but I like having 3 just because it gives you an answer for a lot of the cards in the format right now, like Stormkirk, Norbull, a lot of the werewolves before they ever flip. And it kills Snapcaster. Okay, so here's the crutch of the deck. You need Burning Vengeance. It's the deck's namesake. When you have one of these out on the field, most likely you're not going to be losing. It's just really hard for people to deal with. It's a pretty good card. Snapcaster Mage, this is a definite for the deck. It just does so much for the deck. It allows you to flashback things for cheaper on occasion. You can flash it down and at the end of the turn just to get an extra 2 damage. It's just really good. It should be in most decks. You probably run 3. I like 4. Okay, so here's your main removal package. You have your 2 Doomblades. You could probably be running 3 Doomblades too, but I like 2. 2 works for me pretty good. Sever the Bloodline. This is ridiculously good. It's really good against tokens. You can just completely wipe out tokens, no problem. It also doesn't have the destroy non-black creature, so you can destroy anything. So it's a little expensive, but it's good. Here's your main win conditions in the deck. Most of the time, you're going to be winning with Devil's Play, because Burning Vengeance will get them down to right around 10, 8 or 10, someplace in there. And then with this, you usually just have enough mana built up at the end that you can just completely just let it loose and take them out. And then it flashbacks, so you can deal an extra good amount of damage through it. Bloodgift Demon, this is another open slot. I've seen cards like Batterskull here. I think Bloodgift Demon's good. It gives you a way to draw cards. Sphinx could even be really good here. And then here's your counter spells. I have 6 of them in the deck. the 4 mana lakes, and then 2 hard counters and dissipate. I'd say 6 or 7 is the right number of counter spells to run with this deck. And the reason for that is it gives you a much better advantage against control. Okay, so as far as the sideboard goes, we got 2 Ancient Grudges, which can be flashed back with the Forest. Hinterland Harbor is much better than Forest if you can afford them. It comes in against actually quite a few decks in the format. Almost everyone's playing Wormcoil Engines now, so I mean it's not amazing against them, but it's good against them. And then a lot of decks are playing swords or equipments of other types, so it's good. This, in some ways, is another counterspell. You can counter Snapcaster's effect. You can counter Sun Titan's Sun Titan getting back creatures. You can, well, yeah, you can. You can also counter Unburial Rites with it, but you can also stop yourself from being milled by like blue-black control, because a lot of them play Nephalia Drown Yard. We have Negate, which is another counter. Comes in against a lot of decks. I mean, it's a 7th counter against control, and it works. The Phantasmal Image is in here because there's a lot of creatures that you can't really deal with. I was watching a video from NTGO Academy, and he just couldn't beat the Mono Black Infect deck because he didn't have a way to deal with Phyrexian Crusader. I mean, one of these isn't going to help you with Phyrexian Crusaders, but it's better than nothing, so it's pretty good to have in here. I don't think it needs to be in the main, but definitely at least one in the side. Ratchet Bombs are here for the tokens matchup. Tokens is not too bad even without the Ratchet Bombs, but it just gets much better with them. Slagstorm's also in here for the token matchups, but it comes in against other things too, just because it's so versatile. You can take out Planeswalkers with it sometimes. It's a good card overall. Most aggro decks in general this comes in for. Surgical Extraction, it's your graveyard hate. A lot of times you can get 2 uses out per Surgical Extraction because of the Snapcaster Mages. It's solid. I haven't had any problems playing it yet. You can counter Unburial Rites, you can counter Snapcaster just like you can with Memory's Journey. It's one of the better pieces of Graveyard Hate out right now. And then 2 Wormcoils. You bring these in a lot just because a lot of the times you want extra threats in your deck. And this is the deck. I'm going to go ahead and play one match for you guys.